Hello, hello, hello. We are live. What's happening? Good morning. It's a good Friday morning. Uh, I'm your, I don't know, like, I'm just streamer, I guess. Like, it was easier to say I'm your RJ, I'm a jockey, and this, like, thing. It's like, yeah, I'm a streamer here. I'm your LJ live stream, stream jockey. I don't know what it's called, right? But today we are here because someone in the morning sent me an amazing link. Hey, Hitesh, morning. Uh, it's for a new tool, and I want to give a shout out to Shubham, from Jade and Co. He sent this in my DMs, and I just woke up and I saw that the first thing, and I was like, okay, I gotta like take a look at this. And while I was looking at while I was taking a look at this, I was like, let's do it together with you all, because why not? So we are gonna get into it without wasting time. Let me share my screen. Let me just share my entire screen. That makes more sense. Yep. So I was listening to some songs. Leave that alone. Yep. This is the account, Dr. Fonts. And I think here's people trying something. I thought this was just a font account, but they, I think, went crazy and made this tool called, well, like Dr. Fonts, they're calling it. Like the name is same, but it's first AI generator. Let's watch it. So they're saying we can get AI advice. Okay, got it. We can get color palettes. Okay, makes sense. Oh, wait. I gotta change this. Just a second. Where is mine? Yeah, this one. Sorry. Going back. Uh, yeah, sorry. We are here. We get advice. We talk about this. We got color palettes. Got an idea of that. The mark is really cool. I like the logo mark. I have a type streak. Okay. I mean, I don't know how useful that would be. Search any font, find any font, build any font. Set everything out. Okay. Now, before we jump into this tool, and I will jump into this tool, uh, there is a reason why this tool would work and why legally this tool doesn't have any problem. So, I did a live stream long back, and I will drop a link after I'm done with this, so you can go and watch it. But let me show you that. And oops, yeah, here. And this is the one. Where is this? I think it was late at night, and I was chilling with some font. Yeah, here. So we were talking about font licenses, okay? And I'm gonna try to find that link to explain. Before we jump into the whole thing, I wanna talk about, okay, why this tool would work and not have any legal problems. Okay. So I think this was the article from Will Depew. Let's see if the article is still there. Yeah, I think this guy was. Yeah, so this guy again works with OpenAI. Oh, I did not know that. His article would be somewhere. I will find that link, share that with you. But coming back, the thing I talked about was specifically, if you read about this, right? How to legally pirate every font on this. And just to give you an understanding of this, is that people don't trademark the fonts. You can't trademark alphabets. You can't trademark shapes. What they trademark is, in short, they trademark the process of creating that font. So people, like, the court, the legal right they have is not of the shape and font. They have the legal right of that they did the effort from taking that shape, digitizing it, right? And then you are using that as a font. So if you are using that specific font from their SRT file, you have to pay them. But if you take the SRT file, redraw the whole thing, trace it on Illustrator, doesn't matter. You go to Illustrator, download the whole font, retrace it, right, from an image, and then use that file as your, like, your font file. You don't have to pay them anything. Obviously, we talk about the ethical choices of this, right? Like, we as a designers, live in a community where people, obviously you have credibility and all that, right? You have a goodwill. So if you fuck up like this, if you steal someone else font designs, you're gonna be a bad person. And it's like you have to understand where do you want to stand on this, right? There's like legally they can't do much, but ethically there's a lot of dilemma to play around with. So this was the thing. And while talking about this, we went into detail about understanding how this would work. And I think I even more discussed in detail of how and why that is, right? You can specifically trademark a custom alphabet, because like nobody can trademark ABCD, right? Nobody can trademark how a looks. Generally people who have in logos, they are trademarking that combination of shape, right? For trademarking on that, you can't use that combination. But not if you just have name, let's say Rahul in a simple font, you can't trademark that. But if you have customized some element in that, you trademark with that okay, Rahul with this combination. Coming back, let's get into the tool. uh yeah, yo. Okay, let's get into the tool now. Where is the tool? Here. I already signed up. They had a thing that where I had to like connect my credit card and all that, and then I get a 1 day free trial. So I don't know if they, but they did not take my credit card details. I don't know how that would work. But yeah, we're here. UI is pretty simple. You have left navbar, which I can hide. You have top navbar, which looks bad because they need to have other line. I'll put this in the corner. I don't know why this is random in the center. I have a center UI where I have my projects and all that I can go through. Here's my home, by the way, my dashboard. And then I have a chat in the corner. Makes sense. But they're saying I can do some certain things. So we'll test all of these one by one. Okay, so we are on the dashboard. Let's move this so we can read this nicer. Welcome, Rahul. Dr. Fonts typography. Okay, I have been 1 day streak. I can make it light mode, dark mode. Okay, let's make it light mode. Much nicer. I have my account. I can check my subscription and log out. Whatever. Got it. Here's my folder and dashboard. Makes sense. So in this, before I jump into other variation, I'm gonna try to use this chat function, right? The whole thing is that I don't have to worry about like going and using GUI, graphic user interface, right? I can just do this with chat UI, right? So let's try to do that. Also, they have pre-designed prompts. Generate a clean sans serif for UI with eligibility. Compare X-head and center of interest SFRO. I think this might be useful because I can then go into very specific. But I don't know how much useful this will be for general designers. Obviously, for system designers who are going into specifics and they wanna test out things, this might save some time. Layout for landing page heading and displays. Okay. I think it's good. It might good for learning type design. Uh, but that I can learn from ChatGPT also. I don't need to come here to do this, right? I can compare the same prompt in ChatGPT. I don't need to go to a specific tool and pay them to do this because general knowledge. Did not train something specific in this, right? Optical kerning pairs. I mean, yeah, optical kerning pairs is gonna be optical, but okay, let's get into this. We're gonna try the first one. Generate a clean sans serif. Let's see what happens here. Uh, See, this is the problem. When I say generate, I assume that we will get a font, right? But no. I'm assuming they are using some AI bot again, like ChatGPT or Claude or something in the back in the API, right? And with that, they are just like giving me which ChatGPT also give me. Just ask ChatGPT to hey, tell me about a clean serif UI for UI eligibility. They'll just give me this only, right? Open since Lato Monstret. Monstret? I mean, okay. They're telling me which fonts to use, okay, letter spacing to use, font rendering to use. Doesn't add any shit to me. It's just like no, not useful. When I said generate, I thought it would generate a font for me, which I can use, right? Maybe my assumptions were wrong, but yeah, this chat is not at helpful. Forget that. I don't think anything else. No sense here. But okay, let's go to the tabs then. I'll check if something is going on stream. No comments. No, let's go back then. By the way, if you're watching this, drop a hi in the comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching on the Twitter, drop a hi. If you're watching on LinkedIn, drop a hi. We'll go back. Yes. So, okay, this is done. Second tab is build a font. Let's build a font. I have built a font in multiple ways. I have built the typical glyph way where I go upload to font generator and do that. I have built it the custom way by using a glyph tool where I can create my own. Like so, majority of designers or font designers, and I will try to find if I can get a font designer on live stream and talk about this whole thing. They use Glyph, and what they do is that they customize every single shape and then make a font out of it. And Glyph is a tool which is designed for here. Glyph is a tool which is designed for creating fonts, right? So if you're someone who's looking to get into type and design fonts, this is the tool to get into it. There's another one also called Font Labs, I think, but I like Glyph. When I learned how to design Devanagari fonts, I use Glyph, so that was a good thing, and that's why I know so much about these tools, because I made my own custom font back in the day. But yeah, so here we are. Build a font. Okay, I will build a font. Exclamation mark tutorial. It is here. Let's watch tutorial. Always watch tutorial. Create a new project. Okay. Whatever I'll name it. Okay. I import PNG. Okay. It picked up an image with all the logos. Okay. I select what that is. Okay. And start extraction. Okay, let's check this out. We're extracting it, and okay, it came with the font name and all that. Nice. And I can build a font, and this will look like this. Okay. Okay. So what I understood from the video essentially is that they are just tracing it. Tracing it and putting it into a font structure. So the step which I was doing manually while going and like working on ChatGPT, what I would do is I would just trace it from After Effect Illustrator, and then just place it in a font generator and give it there. It won't be perfect. Again, I've never used a font like that because ethical reasons. Someone put so much hours into creating that. I'm not gonna steal that. But this is the general way I would do it if I like some custom shapes and I want to use them to create a logo or wordmark, right? So I don't want to buy the whole font. We just need 1, 2, 3 shapes, right? And I will trace it, customize it, and use it for myself. But let's do it here. Create first project. Test. Create. Okay. What do we need here? Import PNG, preview AI glyphs, write text, build a font. Okay. First option I see which is active is import PNG. We need to import some PNGs here to create the fonts we saw in the tutorial also, right? So let's go to Pinterest, search for fonts, and what we need is we need A to Z, full alphabet, because then only we can trace it. So like something like this. Now this generally you won't get a font like this. Okay, this is not possible. A PNG like this is going to be very difficult for you to find if you're doing a specific things. But what I would do is generally is I would just like whatever font I like, I would just sorry, my kid is here. I would just like find that. एक second. Baby, come here, no? यहाँ बैठ जाओ, चेयर पे बैठ जाओ, चेयर पे बैठ जाओ ना आराम से, हाँ आ जाओ. Sit on this. मैं कॉल कर लूँ एक. Okay. Yeah. So generally you won't find stuff like this. But what you can do to hack this would be go to your Figma. Hopefully I'm in somewhere where I can actually, yeah, let's just go to this one. Some random one I have. And you can go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. PAB, ABCD सुना ready go? आपको आती है ABCD? कि नहीं? A, फिर क्या आता है A के बाद? Daddy. So one way of unethically using this font would be like I like some font, right? Let's say I like a custom font which I want to use in commercial projects. Generally, most of the projects fonts you'll get, they will be free for using personal, right? But not for commercial. And then you have to buy the license. But mostly we are doing it for clients, so we can just build this to them and move on with life, right? But what if you don't even want to bill your client with that? You just want to like, okay, I want to save money on this. It would be some, because font licenses are based on views and per uses, so they are not like one time buy. So a lot of people don't get into it, right? So what I can do is like, here's one example for, let's say, right, I have this font, I will space this to 50%, so I get better clarity of this. Add like frame background around it, download it, and we'll try both of the font generator, the one I ran for internet and the one this one, and we'll check how unique it is. And this is normal, but this C and D is unique, so we'll check how uniquely it's positioned, and then we can test even out this font and that font in actual writing and see how does that work. That will give us a good uh, experiment to do. Yeah, let's do this. So let's save this image also. Go to font generator. By the way, hey. Yeah, here's our font generator. Import PNG. First, we'll go with this one. Upload it. I think that's what it did, huh? Selected what it is. It is A to Z. Don't smooth auto to Z. I'm not touching anything here. What is invert? I think they will change the color because we have uploading black and white, so I'll just do invert. Preset, it is A to Z. Yeah. A to Y, actually. And that is there, yeah. Which they are not showing in preview, very bad. And start extraction. Let's see what happens. Taking some time. Okay, that's done. Oops, it refreshed. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, wait. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. Very bad. So you can start noticing. See, the E and F are bad. As I said, what they are doing actually is they are just tracing it. So if we go back to Pinterest and see the font, the E is unique, right? And what this tool does it. Good boy. What this tries to do it, right? Is try to connect like the initial shapes of E, how it looks like, and in their mind and try to do that, right? So instead of H, it's doing E I. So it's very bad. This one, like, I think you have to use very boring fonts, like simpler fonts to trace it, which would work. So I think if we go back and try to get a font like this might have a better chances of working than this one we use. So if you're doing custom like this won't work. So I will just go this and try to delete this. No, you know what? Let's make a new project. Oh, I have a project limit reached. Okay, I'm going to delete this then. Create first project. And let's go here, untitled. Now let's try to import the white one. And I feel like this would be much better. And the reason being, because this font is traditionally like similar to how general fonts are. They are not very customized. So this would be there. A to Z I have. What is pre-select glyphs? Oh, okay. So I can arrange also. So this is again, as I said, if I'm stealing shit, I can do this. You know what? First, let's go back. Let's let it try to trace it. And then we'll see what happens. Let's start extraction. And then we can also do the manual way and check this out. Again, to be brutally honest, there's no actual use of this tool other than stealing. But why would you wanna? Oops. Did we do something wrong or what? No, everything is okay only. See, no, even this basic font, it's not able to do. Auto AZ, okay. Auto threshold, whatever. Smoothing, auto crop, max style, whatever. It's good. Pre-select glyphs. So without pre-selecting, oh, this is the problem. I mean, then was the reason of using this tool if I have to do everything manually? It's finding A, but I don't know what it's doing. Like how I stressing it really bad. It's all again. I think then we need more simpler font. I guess this one also is not very bland. They don't understand this shit also. Let's try this one then. About this image. Hopefully this should work. Let's say pre-select graphics. No, I don't know what is happening. It has a very specific boxes for ABCD. I am not sure how does that work, but let's see. Let's try to see if this works also. Okay, something is happening. I can see something happening background. But we figured out custom fonts not working. Even some simpler fonts are not working. This one worked nicely, but the problem is that some it fucked up in tracing. So you can see like AB did good, but not well. But yeah, again, not very happy with this. Let's try to do another variation. हाँ baby. हाँ बच्चू खत्म हो गया वो फिलामेंट ना. I gotta get another one. मैंने यूज कर लिया. क्योंकि यूज करने के लिए होता है ना फिलामेंट बेबू. So बर्बाद कहाँ हुआ बाबू. तो बना ना, हमने बनाया ना उस चीज को. So now I will try to the manual way. Okay. So this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, and this will go to F. This is E, this is F. It's a pain as hell. Oops, what is happening? Okay. What is the size? Can I change the size of this? Like B, can I change the size? Yeah, very weird. Autograph मत करो. I don't know what this contour क्या होता है. Invert मत करो. Auto threshold. I don't know what that is. I like. It's not useful for me, so I'm just gonna try to again do this manually. Let's see if this works without this setting. This is the same problem. This is why I know the tool works. But that does not mean that you can't make it work. You can actually make it work if you want to get free fonts without worrying about this, right? Because technically, just tracing it, and you can come here and erase, restore, and do these steps. I mean, this might be useful for you to play around on custom shapes, but not useful for me. But yeah, that's my trial of this font. I gotta cancel subscription because it's shit, not very good. But this is early stage, version 1. But I can see, understand this is very, very early stage. This needs a lot of work, lot of clarity, colors and all that. This is, I mean, I can just get that into Figma itself. Get that into Figma itself. Right, so no sense of using it here. But yeah, that was my review of font generator. And just before we go, don't steal fonts. Creators, like people who create fonts, and because I have made my own fonts and I know the ton of work it takes. Okay, it took me a couple of months to even come up with one design which I want to use, then tracing it, making it, vectorizing it, creating it a font. It's a whole different journey. So if you like some font, please buy it. They are not that even costly. If you're doing a good project, font plays a very big role. Typography plays a very big role. So you want to make sure that your typeface you're using is paid. And if you feel like, okay, I want to use some custom typefaces, but like the foundries are really costly, there's some amazing, amazing designers. Uh, Here's one of my favorite one. This is what we use in Dacoit also. We use a lot of his free fonts. We'll also try to get some paid ones from him. It's got Rajesh Rajput. He's like an Indian foundry, like Indian type designer, right? I think he works alone, only self-employed. Yeah. Some of his work is really good. I think we use Thunder, which is free. Yeah, Thunder is totally free, I think. You can use for commercial. I don't think if you can use commercial, but I'm using for my own personal projects. This works. But yeah, like so, this is the thing. Like he does amazing things. So if you feel like type foundries are costly, this is very cheapo. If you don't believe me, like here, for example, this is a good font, Big Bang, right? If I'm creating some custom font or like brand for P2C, I can use this for that, right? If you go and buy this is how much. Let's go. And this is you will be able to buy this on Gumroad. Yeah. $30. $30 is this for Fit Family, right? See, if you're using it for one person, you're using for your personal projects, you can just use it for $30. Like $30, you can get this good, amazing font, right? I feel like amazing. T-shirt है मेरी baby अभी. So this is the thing, right? Cool. It was good stream. Hopefully you learned something about typefaces, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep an eye on the profile. I'm gonna launch on Escalator Design Club any day. I'm gonna launch the website there. See you.